Now, with Harry Kane scoring 30 goals in 38 games for Spurs this season, Haaland scoring 36 goals in 35 Premier League games, we're asking who has actually had the better season. Now, on paper, the obvious answer is Haaland, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, where's No 10 Dan? I asked him to do one thing for me today. One thing. He's done it for me. How about that? It's Producer Joe running. That's okay, Producer Joe. With his short trousers on. I asked Producer Dan if he could get
Producer Dan?
That's Freudian. I asked assistant to the producer, Dan, to get me a list of when the goals went in per month. And we've got it in front of us. I'm not going to read it out because it's just too long.
No, I haven't got it.
But what, have you not?
No.
But what it does tell me is since January, right, it's pretty even, but Harry Kane towards the end of the month has been better. So add it up for me, Benty, all right? This is Harry Kane. Can you add it up? 3.
Oh, one second, please.
Well, hold on. Well, you don't need a calculator for this one.
No, I'm about to write it down so I can remember it.
Just do it in your head. 3 plus 2.
1 second, please.
Benny, you don't need to write that
Ready?
down.
3
right.
plus 2.
You're doing this on a calculator.
Just get on with it.
3, 4, and 5. How many is that?
17.
Right. That's Harry Cole.
Harry Cole?
What's going on here? Harry Kane's goal return since the new year.
Yep.
Now add up Haaland's for me. 4, 2, 1, 6, and 2.
15.
Right.
Is that right? 15?
I don't know. I mean, you've got a calculator there. 6, 7, 13, 15, yeah. So since the turn of the year, Harry Kane has scored more goals. Mm-hmm. Right? Harry Kane failed to score in 12 matches for Spurs. Haaland failed to score in 15 matches.
Yeah, but he like...
Yeah, no, listen, I'll take nothing away from Erling Haaland, nothing at all. But since the turn of the year, since the World Cup, by the way, which Harry Kane played in and Haaland didn't, Harry Kane has been scoring more goals than Haaland. Right? Now, this has come about this conversation because you made a very good point that after the ridiculous start that Erling Haaland got off to, these are months, 9, 2, 6, 1, 3, 4, crazy, right?
Yeah.
After the ridiculous start he had, he only finished on 36. The record was 32.
Yeah.
So he only broke the record by 4 goals. Okay? And you were asking the question, did we expect more from Erling Haaland? So who do you think has had a better Premier League season? Is it Harry Kane, who played for a side which he basically carried all season and scored 30 goals? Or is it Erling Haaland, who's surrounded by absolute superstars and scored 36 goals?
Well, you know, I looked at his first 9 games. He's had 17 goals in all competitions. 17 in 9 games in all comps. I remember having a conversation with Darren Lewis before when we was at PLP.
Oh, don't talk to me about Darren Lewis.
And he said he thinks he could get 60.
Yeah.
In all comps. And I thought, at the time, I thought, you know what? That's not that far away. Think about how quickly he got to 20. Mm-hmm. He was there rapido. So, listen, I wouldn't say it's not underwhelming because, come on, it's not. What he's done is phenomenal. But I would have expected, if I'm honest, with the start that he made and the amount of goals that he was smashing and hat-tricks here, there and everywhere, I would have thought he'd be on at least 45. I think that's what I thought he would have been.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like different time zone, 40s, I thought he'd have been in, right?
Yeah.
The fact he finishes only with 6 goals above Harry Kane, who was in a Spurs team that didn't create any opportunities, haven't really got a creative midfield player, that some of their best players are out injured. It's almost like he made a conscious effort, Harry Kane, to go, because he only had 4 or 3 assists, I think 3 assists.
That's right.
Which is not like him. Mm-hmm. It's almost like he went, you know what, I'm going to have to do this myself. So I guess the obvious question is, if Kane was in City's team, would he score that many? I think he would.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure Haaland scores that many at Spurs.
Okay. We're going to ask this question, we're going to throw it open. Who's had a better season?
So I'm still going to go Haaland because he's...
Are you?
Yeah, because he's won trophies.
Who's had the more impressive season?
I still think you've got Haaland. He's breaking records and that.
Okay.
And look what he's done for Manchester City in the Champions League. He's got 5 in one Champions League match. 5!
In their pomp, who are you having?
Oh, pomp? Yeah, I think I'm sticking with Haaland, man.
Are you?
Because Haaland's...
See,
this is why. This is why I'm saying that. Don't interrupt you, right? Haaland's not even in his pomp yet.
No, I know.
but that's the scary thing.
Haaland
he's
and
22.
Haaland and Kane both score goals.
Yeah.
Kane's build-up play...
He's unbelievable.
And passing...
Yeah, he's better.
He's better. Mm. Who's the better player?
Yeah. Listen, a better player, I would say Harry Kane. Okay. Like all-round games, Harry Kane. But
you got a game tomorrow.
Ruthless. What team are they in?
The world are taking on a team of Martians. So you're picking the best players in world football.
Yeah, give me.
Who's your number 9?
Mbappe.
Okay, out of the 2.
Haaland.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? And the only reason I say that again is because... no, just don't worry. Haaland.
Okay. You say Haaland, I say Kane.
Yeah. You've got to think about the times Haaland was dragged off as well. He could have had a lot more goals.
What do you mean dragged off?
Remember, he get hat-trick, half-time,
Yeah,
off.
okay, yeah. You know, I'm taking nothing away from Haaland. Like, people might be... I'm not looking at text, by the way. People might, what are you talking about, Goldstein? I know Haaland scored more goals, but he's doing it in a team where he should be scoring a lot of goals, right? I mean, you'd score in that team.
Yeah, but he is breaking records, though.
Without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. His season has been ridiculous. But at the same time, Harry Kane...
It's been ridiculous.
Has been, I think, more ridiculous. To score 30 goals in that Spurs side, that's a little bit silly, isn't it? Imagine if Kane had Grealish and De Bruyne and Foden and Mahrez and Silva. I mean, the list goes on and on.
The list goes on and
Doesn't
on.
it? Doesn't it? Every player they've got is pretty much... I mean, even his distribution from Edison, he doesn't have that at White Hart Lane, does he? Hugo Lloris ain't knocking those long bombs, is he? I think he's been ridiculous, Harry Kane. Let's go to the phone lines, 0371 722 334. Benny's a Bolton fan. All right, Benny?
Hey guys, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah.
Top show as always.
Thank you, man. Where are you off to? You sound like you're in the car. Where are you going? Or are you coming back from?
I'm just coming back. I've been dropping my little boy off in Sunderland. So just going back to Bolton.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your view on all things Kane v Haaland?
I think Kane's had a better season, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I think half of the time he creates goals himself. You see him in CDM pinging a ball out to the wing and then going back up there to chase it to score it. Half of them goals he's created on his own. I think Haaland's just a glorified tapping merchant.
Do you know, I mean, listen, I think that's a bit harsh, Ben. He's not really a tapping merchant. Some of the goals that he scored were phenomenal.
Yeah,
the acrobatics and all that, Southampton. But, listen, what Kane's done this season, certainly for Spurs, getting 30 goals in the season where they finished 8th. Son's form has gone, deserted in this year.
He's done it on his own, isn't he?
I thought he was phenomenal. But when you talk about breaking records, come on now.
I'll take nothing away. I'm just saying, I think it's more impressive to do it in this Spurs side than it is the Man City side. That's what I'm saying. John's a Man City fan. Obviously, would disagree with me. Hello, John.
I want to disagree with you, Mr. Goldstein. I told you at the start of the season we're coming back much stronger, and you wouldn't listen to me then. So let me just reel it off for you. 36 goals scored, 8 assists, minutes per goal, 77. Can't get near him. The striking Viking.
Yeah, but he should be doing it. He should be doing it in that team, should he not?
So, from what you're saying then, why ain't Darwin Núñez up there then? He gets supplied by...
We don't play for Man City, that's why.
Well, no, you're talking about the supply line. So,
well, look at Liverpool's midfield and look at your midfield. There's no comparison.
Well, you've still got to put the ball in the onion bag. That's what it's all about. That's the currency of football.
Oh, no, but it's easy to put the ball in the onion bag if you've got Silva in your team and Kevin De Bruyne than James Milner in the middle of your park.
Oh,
you've got to be there to deliver them goals. It's as simple as that.
John, let me ask you a question, because I think he's been phenomenal. I'd probably pip Haaland over Kane, but let me ask you a question. He finished with 36. He broke the records. The way that he got started this season, where he was... I mean, the goals were going in, flying in. Did you expect a little bit more? Not that a little bit more, because he was phenomenal. But did you expect him to have more goals than 36?
You just nailed it. He was brought off at half time after scoring hat-tricks. He was carrying niggles and knocks, so we're resting him. We're nurturing him. We're bringing him through for the bigger games that are happening at the weekend and then the European final. The kid's 22. It's still growing.
Let me ask you this question, John. Who plays in the middle of your park for Man City?
It depends on who Pep wants to pick.
Right, who are the best two that you've got to choose from?
Our best midfield player. Do you want to know who our best midfield player is?
Rodri. Yeah. Just give us a few big names, John. Go on.
There's hundreds of big names at City.
Okay. I'll be honest. It's not the most difficult question I've ever asked. Just give me 3 big hitters in the Man City middle of the park.
So we've got Gundog. We've got KDB.
Right.
And we've got Bernardo Silva.
Right. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Behind Harry Kane is Basuma and Skip.
Not my problem.
No, of course it's not your problem. I'm just proving the point, John, that it's much more difficult to score in a Spurs shirt than it is a Man City shirt.
Well, they were all waxing lyrical about Kulusevski and Tom.
If he's been injured.
Providing for him. That doesn't matter. So's KDB, so's Gundog, so's Bernardo. They've all been rested or injured at some point in the season. So the fact of the matter is that our supply line...
Who's got a better supply line?
The best supply line I've ever seen is probably ours.
Well, there you go. So it's much more easy to score in that team than Tottenham's.
Spencer, you've got to be in the right place at the right time.
I know, but that's just a cliche, John, isn't it?
No, it's not a cliche. It's fact.
Yeah,
You look at where the side
but Harry Kane might get into the right place at the right time, but not get the supply.
Well, it doesn't matter if you can score a goal every goal, 77 minutes per goal. Yeah. That'll do for me. Thank you very much. I don't think that'll ever be.
Okay, I don't think you really understand what I'm trying to say, John.
Go on, John. Go on, John. Get John back out.
It's obvious, isn't it? It's much more difficult for Harry Kane to score goals than it is Haaland.
I get that.
Of course it is.
But I do think that if you're a goal scorer, because some people might say then it's easier. Well, actually won't work. Actually, don't worry.
No disrespect to Basuma and Skip and Porro and...
The man said, give me your three. He went Ronaldo, De Bruyne and Gundogan. As you went, Kane had Basuma and Skip. That's the way, the emphasis on the Skip.
No disrespect to them, but they're nowhere. They're not in touching distance of Man City's midfield, are they? Who would you rather play in front of?
Basuma and Skip.
Yeah, I think you did at one stage. Keep calls going in 03717 223344.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.